That is why we're here.
Welcome back for another bow fishing trip. This trip, instead of shooting numbers, we're actually shooting for big fish, which is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but it's one of the things where, you know what, if I can go to a lake and try to target 3+ pound common and have a serious chance of getting one every trip, well, that's definitely something I can do. So on this trip, I got my buddy Cody, which I've known him for a long time now. Been a really good friend of mine. And then the other one actually at the back of the boat here is actually my dad. My dad got me into bow fishing 26 years ago. So it's one of the things of I'd like to be able to give back to him and get him back out on the water.
BB Outdoors is brought to you in part by
Loxley Bowfishing, home of the Graves Bowfishing Gloves. The quick-drying, breathable material has a reinforced pinky to protect your hands when pulling arrows. This makes it a must-have for any bow fisherman. Get yours today at loxleybowfishing.com. Use promo code BB15 for 15% off at checkout. Arrow out. Whether you're bow fishing deeper water or cattails, the arrow out is an essential part of every bow fishing boat. When an arrow is stuck or your line snaps, Arrow Out is here to help you get your arrow back. For more information, check out meritproducts.com. We will be doing a giveaway of an Arrow Out XT at 1,000 subscribers. Predator Custom Bowstrings. Over 30 years of experience building bowstrings for compound, recurve, and crossbows. We use premium BCY products to build your next set of premium strings and cables. Find them on Facebook and Instagram. And don't forget to use promo code BB15 to get 15% off of your next set of strings. As you can see in the video, this is a very clear lake, which, presents a little bit of a problems. One is just one of the things where the fish can see you just as fast as you see them. So it's one of the things where them fish will absolutely take off as soon as they see the lights in the boat. Another thing that causes a problem is that you don't know how deep the water is. The fish could be sitting in, 3 foot of water, or it could be sitting in 8 to 10 foot of water, especially with the size difference in the fish. We've shot fish up to 40+ pounds in this lake. Biggest one being 44. So you don't know how deep they are. You can see 8 to 10 feet down. But luckily in the first hour, we were able to find what we were looking for.
Oh my god, that fucking missed that one. Here. Double up on the arrows. Yep. Oh, you're fishing all the way over here on this side. You're fishing all over here. I know. I tell them to pull up. It's trying to spin real fast. You can tell the arrow is fishing. It's a good fish. This one's big.
Him up.
That is why we're here.
If we had more fish like that size, I don't know if I could be much of a numbers guy anymore. I love shooting my numbers, but man, oh man, is it fun shooting them big fish. So we kept going, hoping to find another one. It's kind of tough, too, because also being a numbers guy at heart, you want to shoot every single little 8 to 10 pounder you see. So here I am, I'll take a second and I'll look for a big fish. But if I don't see a big fish, there's no way I'm passing one up either. And that's one of the cool things about bow fishing is you just never know what you're going to see. You know, there's so many different species out there that you can just see, even if it's not a, a legal shootable species. You just like going out there and seeing the fish. And it's you don't know if you're going to see a 5-pound carp. You don't know if you're going to see a 40-pound carp. But the one thing you got to watch out for is getting your arrow stuck. So luckily I got the arrow out always on the boat, and just a quick little, put the arrow out in the water, grab the arrow, pull it out, boop, not a problem at all. So definitely a must-have to have on the boat. But as we continue, we kept going, still trying to find the, big elusive 30-plus pound common that we were looking for. What's cool about this lake also is got a pretty good population of dogfish. The dogfish over the years, though, seem to have gotten smaller, but it's still one of the things of, hey, they're there, they're ready to be shot, and it's super cool to be able to help out the local population of game fish. So obviously, I'm gonna go after every dogfish when they come through. I think that's also one of the cool things about bow fishing is not, strictly not being a bow fisherman, but just being a fisherman in general. You can go out to these lakes and you could be able to see, hey, what's in this lake? It's a brand new lake. I've never been here. Or maybe you've been to this lake a couple of times and you say, you know what? Is the fish on their beds yet? Is what species is where? What are they doing? You can really pay attention to that. So if you wanted to stay the night or stay the weekend someplace, you could really go and follow these fish and watch them, and then go bow fishing at night and go back the very next day. And a lot of the times we've gone back the very next day and caught, bass, pike, bluegill, things like that, sitting in the same places we found them when we were bow fishing. So it kind of goes hand in hand, You really get to learn about the lake, and you get to learn about the species and what they're doing at the time. Which is kind of funny because nobody really believes that there's walleye in this lake, and there's a pretty healthy population of walleye that's located in this lake. So it just, makes me laugh. Being able to see a bunch of stuff and, learn a bunch of stuff about waters that nobody really gets to see unless you're out there actually paying attention to what's going on. After that first initial big fish, it was really tough for us to find, the bigger fish. This fish right here is probably low 20s. We ended up with a handful of low 20s, but, try to get into that population and that size range that we were looking for of the 30-plus pound commons. It's definitely not something that you can do, realistically, every single trip, go out, and if I wanted to shoot this lake for a big 20, there's no way I could even pull a big 20 out of it. Now, kicker fish, yeah, you'll get your kicker fish here and there, but trying to find a legitimate big 20 out of this lake, I just can't do it. To me, this is just a come out, have fun lake. It's really cool, like I said, to be able to come out and shoot and try to target these bigger fish. And if I only do it twice a year, great, but it's one of the things of hunting these big fish down is a great change of pace from chasing around a tournament circuit or anything else like that. So this is actually up by the boat launch. We were about to end our night, and we end up having a little bit of fun at least.
Trip his gill back. Okay, ready?
4-1.
Yep, 34-1.
It's a new fish record. That's a Cody record. There you go. You hold it or no?
I really don't care. Well, if you want to get another picture.
Yeah, I want to get another picture with you with it.
Just keep it on the video and then Jonathan can take a
I'll take a
screenshot.
screenshot.
Up a little bit.
34 pound common. Here, take a step back so you can light away.
You gotta get away from the lights.
Oh.
That's good.
There you go.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. The weather's starting to warm up a little bit, and we got a lot of bow fishing content coming out, so hope to see you soon.